Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Rockland, Massachusetts, here to bring you live coverage of today's Ted Williams League baseball game between Team Blue and Team Orange. We're already underway as we've got a ground out to second to start the top of the first inning as the leadoff batter for Team Blue, Ben Rogers, grounds out on a 2-1 pitch. My apologies for the abrupt start. We faced a bit of a delay getting this game going, as there was a game played before, and at one point there was a bit of concern about whether the members of Team Orange were going to make it, but they have made it, and so here we are to play this game. This one is lifted out to center field, going to drop in front of the center fielder, and it's a one-out single for Cam Thomas. So Ben Rogers with a leadoff ground out to second. Cam Thomas follows that up with a single to center. Now batting is Ben Cloutman. This one fouled to the backstop for strike one. As you can see, there are a number of players on both teams that don't have any jersey numbers today. But I've been given the roster, and based on the batting order, I can know who is up at any given time. Attempted pickoff throw. Thomas gets back safely. Additionally, you might have noticed that there are some slight skips in our video right now. The Wi-Fi connection a little less than perfect at this time, as that's going to be a high ball one. But fret not if the bad Wi-Fi causes any good plays to be skipped over. I am recording this while live streaming it, and I can upload the recorded version later tonight. That one going to miss high and away. It is a 2-1 count to Cloutman, with Thomas at first and one down here on the top of the first. Delayed swing, fouled off. Strike two. That one is tipped, and Cloutman stays alive at 2-2. And that one hit into the field, fielded it short, flipped second for one, on to first. The 6-4-3 double play is completed by Team Orange, and they get out of the top of the first with ease. We now move to the bottom of the first as Team Orange gets ready to send their first batters to the plate. Just pardon me a minute. I'm just going to take a minute to fill in the roster that I was given for Team Orange. Sometimes stuff comes in a little last minute and I end up having to enter the roster as we go. You know, that's just the nature of the beast, this isn't a pro production here being done for Sunday night baseball or anything like that. Taking the mound to start for Team Blue today, wearing number 11, as his jersey number is Tyler DeZutter. He'll be facing the top 3 hitters for Team Orange: Griffin Pulkinnon, Logan Doucette, and Brendan Fitzgerald. Warm-up throws done for Team Blue as they take the field for the first time here on the bottom of the first in this 8-inning Ted Williams League contest between Team Blue and Team Orange. Leading off for Team Orange is Griffin Pulkinnon. First one's going to be low for ball 1. Remember, folks, as always, if you end up enjoying this live stream, I encourage you to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And I always encourage audience participation either in the live chat or you could send me an email if you're not comfortable with YouTube's live chat system. That one outside, it's a 3-0 hitters count to Pulkinnon to start here in the bottom of the first. And it's a 4-pitch walk to start. Certainly not how DeZutter wanted to start his outing on the mound today. He surrenders a free pass to start, and now coming up for Team Orange, Logan Doucette. And that one's going to miss low and in, ball 1. Logan Doucette, one of 3 Doucettes on the Team Orange lineup here today, as he hits a grounder foul up the third base line for strike 1. Joining Logan on the Team Orange roster today are Jake and Evan Doucette. 1-1 the count, runner at first. Lifts this one into right center, and it's going to drop in the gap for a clean single. So 2 on to start the inning for Team Orange. Now coming up is Brendan Fitzgerald. And a pickoff throw misses, but Pulkinnon did not notice that the throw got away, so he did not take off for third. DeZutter did have the runner fooled, but the shortstop wasn't quite at the bag yet, and the throw was a little behind him. Ooh, that one hits him. A hit by pitch for Fitzgerald loads the bases. And now with the bases juiced and nobody out, up comes the cleanup hitter, John Jordan. Mound visit here, as it's been a shaky start for DeZutter. A 4-pitch walk, a single to right center, and a hit by pitch have loaded the bases here. That one hits the zone for strike one to Jordan. That's a swing and a miss, strike two. This one's sliced, foul territory, might be playable if the catcher can get there. Oh, could not hold on. The catcher, Connor Hayes, laying out for that one. But as they say in football, it did not survive the ground. 0-2, the count to Jordan. Shortstop Brian Foley up on the infield grass. Most of the other infielders close to the infield grass, maybe a step off it. That one curves to the outside, and Jordan doesn't bite, ball one. And he chased that one low for strike three. Can't run out the dropped third strike when the bases are loaded. And so that is a big first out get for DeZutter. Caught him chasing low there. Got the pitcher's count he wanted. And attacked with movement to get the first out. Another meeting at the mound. Big potential situation here as Marty Moscato comes to the plate for Team Orange. And it's a big situation because still a lot of different things would get a run for, at least one run for Team Orange here. But a double play ball could end the inning right here with no score. And as such, the middle infielders move back as the priority is a chance at a double play. That one high and inside for ball one. Corner infielders still playing shallow for the chance at a play at the plate. That one low and in, ball two. DeZutter's got to be careful. Got runners stealing home. Throw home, and he makes it. Pulkkinen caught the pitcher not looking. Steals home, and we got our first run on the board today. DeZutter noticed just a little bit too late, and I mean, if the throw had come to the third base side of the plate, maybe Hayes would have been able to make that tag, but no dice there. 3-0 now, the count to Moscato. And that's in there for strike one. Just catches the low corner there. Another strike. DeZutter trying to come back from a 3-0 count. He's gotten it full. Hits a bouncer, staying in the infield, fielded at third, just going to throw to first. No chance to make a play anywhere else, so he gets the out. So Moscato grounds out for the second out of the inning, but does move both runners into scoring position. And now with Logan Doucette at third and Fitzgerald at second, up comes Jake Doucette. That one catches the low corner, strike one. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it off, strike two. DeZutter 1 strike away from escaping this tough inning with just 1 run allowed. Curves it in, strike 3. DeZutter rebounds nicely. And outside of a steal of home, no runs come in for Team Orange. At the end of 1, our score, Orange 1, Blue 0. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for Team Blue. Andrew McCauley, Griffin Nickerson, and Brian Foley. On the mound for Team Orange is John Jordan. As I gradually am able to identify the different colored clothes that Team Orange is wearing today, I'll be able to sort of fill in some blanks here and there. We do have a note in the live chat from one of my regulars from my coverage of Brookline baseball, Barbara Jo Metzger, saying, "Go Ted Williams League," from BJ and my brother Michael in Buffalo, New York. "We love watching the games you call. We miss you." Oh, thank you, Barbara, but there's no need to miss me. I'm going to be right back covering Brookline baseball again this coming week. They got their first game on Tuesday, I believe. I think it might just be 2 games this week. I think just Tuesday and Thursday, unless they do any makeups or anything. You never know with baseball. You never know what the weather's going to give you. I mean, today, for instance, it's given us a bright, sunny, let's say warm day of 90 degrees. And now we start the second inning. Leading off for Team Blue is Andrew McCauley. First pitch comes in high, ball 1. Late swing there, strike 1. Looks like he fell behind the fastball on that one. That one again does not break and comes in way high, ball 2. Chase that one low, strike 2. And that one, it hits him off the bounce, and they're going to count that as a hit by pitch. So in the end, McCauley gets a free pass as he does not move out of the way, as that ball definitely came out of Jordan's hand wrong and just bounced onto his leg for a hit by pitch. Now batting Griffin Nickerson. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Now, last inning, when Team Blue got a runner on base, they ended up grounding into an inning-ending double play. Nickerson hits a bouncer over to first, tags first for 1 out, and spikes the throw to second as the base gets kicked off its mark there by a sliding McCauley. But that'll be a simple, unassisted ground out to first base for Nickerson as McCauley advances into scoring position. Now batting for Team Blue, their shortstop number 56, Brian Foley. Foley, one of the few guys with a jersey number here today. Of course, for Team Orange, no players with jersey numbers today, unless you count Marty Moscato's David Ortiz jersey that he's wearing. As they take a moment to readjust second base. Runner at second, 1 out here on the top of the second. First pitch high and in, ball 1. That one high and away, ball 2. Skies this one into shallow right. Second baseman going back. Can't catch it. Foley reaches on a single to shallow right as McCauley, despite the late takeoff, manages to get his way down to third. No choice for McCauley there. That looked like it could have potentially been a pop out. So you got to stay at second for the tag up, but he does manage to get down to third. Attempted pickoff throw. McCauley gets back. At the plate for Team Blue now is number 69, Kyle Donahue. Runners at the corners. Slices that one foul and over the backstop towards the direction of the football field that was not there the last time I covered a game out here in Rockland, as it was under construction last summer. Foley takes off for second. It's a hit and run from Donahue, but it's right at the center fielder. Foley has to retreat. He's not going to make it in time, and they get the double play. Over-aggressive on the hit and run there, and another inning-ending double play, the second one in a row for Team Orange. You know, I mean, that's the problem. You know, a well-hit ball like that flying to the outfield, you might be thinking, oh, this could be a chance for him to get extra bases and maybe a chance for me to score from first. But it's right at a fielder. And you got to be able to react and get back to first base, as now first base needs to be properly fitted in its spot. I've had a little bit of trouble with the bases being placed properly. You know, I just hope that doesn't cause anyone to like slip and roll their ankle or something. DeZutter back on the mound for Team Blue for his second inning of work. He'll be facing Jake O'Brien, Bill Raymond, and Joe Sargent. Now batting for Team Orange, Jake O'Brien. First pitch from DeZutter outside, ball 1. Hits a high hopper back to the pitcher. DeZutter takes it, throws to first easily for out number 1. Now coming up, Bill Raymond. First pitch misses low, ball 1. Skies this one out to right, but almost a misjudged play, but Nickerson recovers and makes the catch as that one almost went over his head on what initially looks like it might be a can of corn kind of play. That first pitch is going to miss for ball 1. Now at the plate is Joe Sargent. That one low and in, ball 2. Way out in front of that off-speed pitch for strike 1. That one in there, strike 2. That's slow for ball 3. We got ourselves a full count here. Chops that one. And just beyond the infield dirt, caught it short for out number 3. So DeZutter rebounds nicely after a shaky first inning and puts Team Orange down in order in the second. Through to our score, Team Orange 1, Team Blue 0. Due up in the top of the third for Team Blue will be Matt Rubin, Mike Notini, and Connor Hayes. As we are going to have a new pitcher on the mound for Team Orange. I'm not quite sure who it is, as we've got a number of guys with gray shirts for Team Orange. So I don't think I'll be able to identify this one. Low scoring through the first couple of innings, and while Team Blue has managed to get a runner on base each of the first 2 innings, have not been able to bring anyone in thus far, and both innings they've been subject to an inning-ending double play. You can see first base still off kilter there. They've been trying to fix it to no avail. Leading off for Team Blue here in the top of the third, number 4, Matt Rubin. First one misses for ball 1, popped away from the catcher's glove there. That one's going to miss outside, ball 2. That one misses as well, ball 3. The new pitcher for Team Orange struggling to find the strike zone against the first batter he faces. And it's going to be a leadoff 4-pitch walk for Rubin. Now batting, Mike Notini. That one does hit the zone, strike 1. Rubin leading off from first. Taking off, and the pitch gets away. Rubin is going to try and he stops and double guesses himself and retreats back to second, but does get the steal of second base. You know, last thing for my fellow stat keeper nerds out there, even if it's a wild pitch, if the runner takes off as the pitch is being thrown and before the pitch goes wild, it does still count as a stolen base. That one is going to be high for ball 2 to Notini. Briefly looked like the catcher, Moscato, was going to try and make a throw down, but just throws it back to the pitcher. That one's in there, strike 2. Shortstop for Team Orange trying to occasionally creep up behind Rubin to potentially cover second for a pickoff throw. That one high for ball 3, and now it's a full count to Notini. With Notini a left-handed batter, it's the shortstop is the primary guy to cover second base for any pickoff throws. Rubin taking off for third, and it's a low ball 4, and it gets away. And Rubin steals third. The ball rolls out of play on the wild pitch, and Rubin gets to come in to score. We are tied. That was something. So score that as a walk for Notini, a steal of third for Rubin, going home on a wild pitch and scoring a run. And just like that, Blue ties the score with Orange at 1 apiece. Now batting for Team Blue, the catcher, Connor Hayes. Looks like there's a meeting between the official and the two team coaches to clarify their ruling on that out-of-play ball. You know, I didn't quite see because I was mostly keeping an eye on Rubin to see if he was going to take off. Because I didn't think he was going to. I didn't realize. I think the ball might have rolled over the white chalk line that you can see going up this right field side. And it's the line stops just in front of the Team Blue dugout. So potentially a ball could be playable. A ball could go out of play despite still being able to be chased down. And after clarifying with the official, Notini gets to go down to second on the same out-of-play ball that allowed Ruben to come home. Or no, they're sending Ruben back to third. Okay. Hold the presses. The run is off the board. Ruben back to third. Notini up to second. Runners at second and third with nobody out. I'm sure Team Blue would rather have the run already on the board, but a big chance to score here. Hayes shows bunt, lays it down, and they check the runner at third, throw to first. They call out as despite the base being pulled off. Ruben does come in to score as the throw took the attention of the fielders. Notini goes down to third as no one was covering third. But boy, that is an interesting play. So Connor Hayes does drive in Ruben on the RBI sac bunt there. Notini moves down to third. We are now tied. You can see the official trying to dig out some dirt to try and make the surface a little more even for first base there. It's still not on there that tight. And that created a bit of a tough call for the official to make as the base basically flew off its spot as it looks like the first baseman's foot might have accidentally kicked it out of its spot. But anyway, the game moves on, and that is strike one to the current batter, number 7, Dylan McDonald. Hits a grounder over to first. First baseman takes it, tags first for one, throws home. And they tag Notini. It's a third straight inning-ending double play, if you can believe it. The Team Orange defense comes through with another big play to end the inning, but Team Blue does get the tying run on the board. We move to the bottom of the third now, tied at 1-1. We got a new pitcher on the mound for Team Blue. That is Cam Thomas. So Thomas takes over for DeZutter, who pitches 2 innings and finishes with a no decision as his team ties the game. And with both teams employing more than the standard 9 batters, we are still making our way through the batting order for both teams. And for Team Orange, it will be Jason Keenum, Evan Doucette, and Seth Ferdinand coming to the plate against Thomas. All right, warm-up throws are done. Cam Thomas ready for his first inning on the mound. Leading off for Team Orange will be Jason Keenum. That one's going to miss outside, ball one. Boy, I know it's tough. Neither team has got their full set of proper jerseys yet, but it is, you have to admit, it's kind of funny that the pitcher and batter are wearing the same colored shirt right now. Like, it almost feels like one of those sitcom moments where one character says to another, well, I guess one of us will have to go home and change. It's literally both of them wearing light blue shirt, white pants. That one fouled off. Strike two, 1-2, the count to Keenum. That one slipped off the hand and flew way wild for ball two. That's going to be a high ball three. A lot of high pitches so far from Thomas. A couple have been swung at and fouled off, and some have just hung up high too long to get back into the strike zone. Full count now. Skies this one up to left. And it's a can of corn for out number one. One down, now batting Evan Doucette. Fouls that one off for strike one. That one gonna miss to the outside, ball one. That one's gonna miss, ball two. And that's a high ball three. 3-1, the count to Evan Doucette. The third Doucette in the batting order today for Team Orange. Tips that one, strike two. Misses inside, ball four. Evan Doucette, a free pass to first. Now up comes Seth Ferdinand. That one catches the low corner, strike one. That one misses to the outside, ball one. Evan Doucette at first, one out in what is currently a tie ball game at one apiece. Tips that one, strike two. This one's a grounder over to short, fielded cleanly, flipped to second. Not sure what happened there. If the second baseman forgot how many outs there were or was juggling the ball on the transfer or what, but that'll go down as a 6-4 fielder's choice. Gets the second out of the inning. Now batting is Dan Weir, as I believe that pitch was ball one. Slices that one, strike one. Chases that one low, gets a piece of it, strike two. 1-2, the count to Dan Weir. Hits this one, a liner to left, it's snagged somehow. Juggled briefly, but a potential extra base hit is stopped out in left field by Dylan McDonald. Well hit ball by Weir, but held to just a single. 2 runners on now with 2 down as we cycle around to the top of the order for Team Orange with Griffin Pulkkinen. First pitch low, ball one. Pulkkinen, his first time up, drew a leadoff walk on 4 pitches, ended up stealing home for what is so far Team Orange's only run. Hits a grounder over to third, fielded, and with a little bit of a delay for Flair there, he tags third for the force out to end the inning. End of 3 out here in Rockland, Massachusetts. Our score 1-1. It'll be the last 3 hitters of the lineup due up for blue. Billy Boyle, David Del Rosso, and Tyler DeZutter. So that non-double play fielder's choice almost ended up costing blue that previous inning. But the efforts of Dylan McDonald to hold that hit by Dan Weir to a single rather than a double made all the difference, because if runners are at second and third with 2 outs, when that ground ball is hit, it becomes a matter of do they catch one of Orange's speediest runners on a throw from third to first, and if they don't, does that allow Ferdinand to score on the play? But because McDonald blocked that ball from being an extra base hit, they were able to get the force out there. Long foul ball there for strike one. At the plate leading off for Team Blue is Billy Boyle. That one hits the zone, strike two. 1-2 the count. This one's hard hit through the gap into left field, and it's a leadoff single for Billy Boyle. Now batting, David Del Rosso. So any runner on base can potentially generate some excitement in a close game like this. Third baseman pulled in on the infield grass for Team Orange as that first one curves into the inside corner for strike one. Attempted pickoff throw from Moscato, but no dice to catch Boyle. Boyle taking off. Del Rosso hits a grounder. It's through the right gap into right field. Boyle holds at second. Back-to-back singles through the gaps for Team Blue puts runners at first and second with nobody out. And really, that was a play created by a runner being on base, because the Team Orange first baseman had to stand at first to account for Boyle for any potential pickoff throws, and so that ball that would have normally been in his area went through the gap. Sac bunt laid down, successful. DeSutter does his job easily. Pitcher decides to just get the out, not try and be too aggressive with the lead runners. And now we cycle back to the top of the order for Team Blue with Ben Rogers. Rogers was the man who was at the plate when we started this live stream a little late. He grounded out to second to start the game, takes strike one there. Rogers now up in a very big situation here. 1 out, runners at second and third in a tie ball game. Slices that one foul, strike two. Yeah, if you're Rogers, you definitely want to at least put the ball in play. Team Orange, interestingly enough, doesn't even have their infield pulled in despite 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 out. Oh, but they fool Rogers on the inside breaking ball for strike 3. And now batting, the current pitcher for Team Blue, Cam Thomas. With 2 outs, Thomas needs to get a hit if he wants to bring either of these runners in. Or does he? That ball gets away. The runners hold. Boyle didn't get a good jump from third on that one. I think he was kind of surprised that that ball got away from Moscato. It was in the strike zone for strike one to Thomas, so Boyle probably wasn't ready for it to all of a sudden be a passed ball. This one fouled off, strike 2. Thomas up against the wall at 0-2. Needs to get a base hit if he wants to drive in the go-ahead run here. And strike 3. 2 big back-to-back strikeouts from the Team Orange pitcher. Escapes the jam, and the game remains tied. We move to the bottom of the 4th. Score still 1 apiece. It'll be Logan Doucette, Fitzgerald, and Jordan due up for Team Orange here in the bottom of the 4th. All right, warm-up throws done. Cam Thomas back on the mound for his second inning. I think there is actually a rule for in the Ted Williams League for the number of innings a pitcher can pitch, and it might just be that it's 2 innings each for each pitcher. Leading off for Team Orange is Logan Doucette. First pitch inside, ball 1. That one high, ball 2. Ooh, that hits off the helmet, and that's going to be a free pass on the hit by pitch. Now coming up, Brendan Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, the one who pitched the last 2 innings for Team Orange, just got himself out of a big jam in the top half of this inning as he takes strike 1 there. Got 2 big back-to-back strikeouts to hold runners at second and third for Team Blue and keep the score tied at 1. Now lifts one, shallow left center, that's going to drop in. And that will put runners at first and second. Runners at first and second now as Doucette and Fitzgerald both reach base for the second straight time today. Back in the first inning, it was Doucette getting a single and Fitzgerald being hit by a pitch. This time they swapped their results. Now batting and taking strike 1 there is John Jordan. Hard hit ball, but right at the third baseman. Potential pickoff at second. Could not be completed. A nice first out catch at the hot corner, but could not complete the pickoff throw. 1 out. Now batting for Team Orange, the catcher Marty Moscato. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Moscato grounded out to third his last time up. Now up with 1 out and runners at first and second. Swings and misses there, strike 2. Moscato was up with basically the exact same situation here his last time at the plate, except in that inning, a run had scored when Pulkkinen had stolen home. Oh, that I couldn't tell if that one bounced off Moscato's bat, but they say it didn't. Just a passed ball and an inside ball too. That'll put Doucette at third and Fitzgerald at second. Costly mistake for Team Blue there as that takes away. No, they did. They reversed it. It was a dead ball, foul ball. The runners forced to return. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 big out gets for Thomas. Now batting, Jake Doucette. Swing and a miss there, strike 1. Jake Doucette, his last time up, struck out to end the first. Lifts this one deep out to center. Center fielder on his horseback back. It's over his outstretched glove and bounces into the grass. That play will be blown dead as a ground rule double. A run will score and Team Orange will take the lead off the big hit from Jake Doucette. Drives in Logan Doucette on the ground rule double there. Fitzgerald down to third on the play. Now this one's going to be a grounder shallow up the third base line. Barehanded thrown to first, not in time. Legs out the infield single to bring in another run. The hustle up the first base line from Jake O'Brien brings in another run for Team Orange. Fitzgerald in to score on the RBI infield single there. Now batting, Bill Raymond. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. Runners at the corners, still 2 down. Gets a piece of that one, strike 1. This one hit, grounder to third, gets through the third baseman's legs, and another run is going to score on the E5. Three runs scored with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. as Jake Doucette scores on that one. Now up Joe Sargent. And Sargent having to take off his catcher's gear, as he might have swapped places in the field with Moscato. You know, considering he was about 3 or 4 batters away when Orange got their second out, he was probably not expecting to come up this inning. As the first pitch to him misses for ball 1. But now here he is. 2 down, runners at first and second. His team now leads by 3. Swing and a miss there. Oh, runners taking off for third. Throw! And they get him. The runner, O'Brien, thought he had Hayes. He thought he had caught Hayes being distracted by the attempted pickoff throw at first. Except he didn't throw to first. He just faked it and regained his attention on the lead runner in time to make the play at third. Through 4, we are officially at the halfway mark of this 8-inning Ted Williams League baseball game. Our score after 4, Orange 4, Blue 1. Now, here in the top of the 5th, we got a new pitcher for Team Orange, following the rule of the 2-inning limit for pitchers. In the light blue shirt, it's Jason Keenum. He takes over for Fitzgerald, who did give up Team Blue's first run in the top of the 3rd, but also kept Blue off the board in the top of the 4th, despite staring down a situation with runners at second and third and 1 out. It'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up for Blue: Cloutman, McCauley, and Nickerson. I think Keenum might be the first lefty pitcher we're seeing so far today. Give an interesting different look here. Leading off for Team Blue is Ben Cloutman. First pitch in there, strike 1. That one skips in the dirt, ball 1. Cloutman, his last time up, grounded into an inning-ending double play in the first as he takes that one low and in for ball 2. And that's going to be a high ball 3. And that one gets away, ball 4, a leadoff walk for Ben Cloutman. Now coming up is Andrew McCauley. McCauley was hit by a pitch his last time up. Got down to third but was left stranded as that one gets away from the catcher. And looks like he's going to stay there, so it's not called a foul ball, it's a passed ball. Swing and a miss there, strike 1. 1-1, the count to McCauley, runner at second, nobody out. That's low ball 2. And that one gets away as well, and Cloutman is going to take off for third. A little late on the takeoff, but he still gets there in time. So the leadoff runner all the way down to third with nobody out. You know, a base hit, a sac fly, or even an RBI groundout could bring in a run, but not on that pitch. As McCauley goes around, fooled on the inside, strike 2. And he goes around on that one for strike 3. Now batting, Griffin Nickerson. Nickerson's last time up, he grounded out to first. Hoping he can do something to bring in the runner from third. That's a wild pitch, and the runner decides not to risk it. He saw a big ricochet off the backstop, decided he didn't want to be over-aggressive. Being over-aggressive on the base paths has backfired on Team Blue a couple of times today. So Cloutman opting for a more conservative approach in that moment. Swing and a miss there, strike 1. That one's going to miss, ball 2. This one's sliced foul for strike 2. Team Orange has the first baseman appearing to play in, at least on that previous pitch, he played in a little more shallow, perhaps anticipating a pulled ground ball, but instead was fouled out of play. Chases the breaking ball, strike 3. They have to throw to first, and they do for out number 2. Again, Team Blue not aggressive running the bases. And we'll see if the lack of aggressiveness on the base paths backfires as they are now down to their last out of this fifth inning, with a runner still standing at third, waiting to be brought in. No balls even put in play after back-to-back strikeouts. Now at the plate, number 56, Brian Foley. First pitch high, ball one. Cloutman standing at third. He got a leadoff walk, went to second on a passed ball, went to third on a wild pitch. Now he's hoping Foley can bring him in. That one catches the outside corner, strike one. Foley, his last time up, he did get a single, as that one skips away, but the runner again just retreats back to third. Foley got a single to shallow right his last time up, but was picked off on a hit-and-run play that turned into a flyout, which turned into a double play pickoff at first. Swing and a miss, strike two. That one catches the zone. 3 straight strikeouts for Keenum. Holds Cloutman at third and again keeps Team Blue off the board. We move to the bottom of the fifth now. Score still Orange 4, Blue 1. New pitcher for Team Blue in the bottom half of the fifth inning is going to be Mike Notini. Getting the occasional breeze out here in Rockland, and it is a much desired breeze out here on a hot summer day in the middle of July. It's gotten so hot that when I go to drink water from my water bottles now, it feels like I'm drinking tea water. So it'll be Sargent leading off the inning for Team Orange, as he didn't get to finish his plate appearance last inning because a runner was caught stealing to end the inning. So it'll be Sargent, Keenum, and Evan Doucette due up against Team Blue's third pitcher of the day, Notini. That one skips in, ball one. That one misses to the outside, ball two. That one also misses outside, ball three. And it's going to be a 4-pitch walk to start. Sargent trots down to first. Now up for Team Orange, their current pitcher, Jason Keenum. First pitch, high ball 1. Keenum, his last time up, he flew out to left to lead off the bottom of the third. Now up with a runner at first and nobody out. A pickoff throw to first, skips away into right field, but the runner is going to hold. Pitch itself was a strike. This one is lifted out to right field. That's going to drop in for a clean single for Keenum. Now batting for Team Orange, Evan Doucette. Little out in front of that one, slices it foul. Strike 1. That one catches the outside corner, strike 2. 0-2 the count to Evan Doucette. Runners at first and second, nobody out. That one skips. It's blocked by Hayes. He's going to throw it on to second. And they get him. Heads up play by Connor Hayes. Sargent took off for third immediately once he saw it skip away from Hayes. But Keenum a little delayed to take off, thinking he had the cushion of their attention focused at second. But for the second time, Connor Hayes shows that he's able to pay attention to multiple base runners and adjust to what the situation gives him. That one misses, ball 3. Full count. And that hits him. So Evan Doucette gets the free pass to first. Now batting Seth Ferdinand. Runners at first and third. That one catches the low inside corner, strike 1. That'll miss outside, ball 1. Ferdinand grounded into a fielder's choice, which could have potentially been a double play, but there was a bit of a mix-up at second base. Throw back to third, and Sargent gets back. And I mean, that throw was close to potentially skipping out into left field, but blocked well by McCauley. Runner goes for second. It's a high ball. Hayes trying to fake out the runner at third, and that one does sail out to left. Sargent in to score, and into third is Evan Doucette. So Sargent scores on the E2. Doucette steals second and goes to third on the E2. 3-1 is the count to Ferdinand, as Team Orange now takes a 5-1 lead. And I mean, outside of that RBI ground rule double by Jake Doucette, it's really been a small ball game today. A lot of runs being manufactured or lost on the base paths. This one is lifted out center. Caught, runner goes for home. And the throw is not going to get there in time. Ferdinand with the sac fly to center. Team Orange extends their lead 6-1. Now batting, Dan Weir. First pitch skips in the dirt, ball 1. Swing and a miss there, strike 1. This one lifted out to center. That's going to drop in for a 2-out single for Weir. Weir with his second single of the day. We cycle around to the top of the batting order for Orange with Griffin Pulkinen. They're going to bring in a courtesy runner for Weir. And I think that's Evan Doucette. Pitch was a strike, attempt to steal second. He's caught. Another great throw from Connor Hayes. He's had a few of them today. And that ends the 5th inning. Our score at the end of 5, Orange 6, Blue 1. Second straight inning that has ended with Connor Hayes throwing out someone on the base paths. As they brought in a pinch runner who I believe was Evan Doucette. And he gets thrown out. Top of the 6th, and I think we've got a new pitcher for Team Orange. So they only had Keenum throw 1 inning. Now I believe this is Logan Doucette on the mound. What happened, I think, was my phone overheated and it caused the Wi-Fi to short out. I'm fanning my phone with my hand right now, trying to keep it cool so we don't run into that again. That's going to be a high ball one to Mike Notini. So all we missed, for those of you watching live, Kyle Donahue drew a leadoff walk. Matt Rubin lifted a single out to center. It's runners at first and second for Team Blue here in the top of the sixth. That one misses outside for ball two to Notini. As the new pitcher on the mound for this sixth inning is Logan Doucette. And that one's going to miss for ball three. Doucette takes a beat off the rubber. Try and check the runners there. And that's going to be ball four. A four-pitch walk to Notini, and Team Blue loads the bases with nobody out. As coming up is the catcher, Connor Hayes, who's had a number of defensive highlights so far today, throwing out runners on the base paths, hoping he can contribute an offensive highlight. Last time up, he did drive in Team Blue's only run on a sac bunt. Takes strike one there. Now once again up with a runner at third as they're going to sub out Notini on the base paths. They're going to have Brian Foley run in his place. Team Blue hoping to start a rally here. That one is fouled off, and Brian Foley is very lucky that it was fouled off because he just tried to steal second with a man at second. And all his teammates were screaming, "Foley, there's a man at second." But he lucked out with the foul ball. 0-2 now the count to Hayes. That one catches the high corner for strike three. Now batting is number 7, Dylan McDonald. One out, bases loaded. Blue in desperate need of some offense here. And McDonald hits a grounder over to short. They flip to second for one. They cannot get one. It's going to be a 2-run fielder's choice. The hustle around the base paths by Matt Rubin as both he and Kyle Donahue score. I think this is the first, and it might possibly be the last time I ever put fielder's choice 2 RBI on a score sheet. Dylan McDonald hit a grounder to short. Throw came to second. Foley slid into second. Might have disrupted the throw, but either way, McDonald was legging it down to first to prevent the potential inning-ending double play. Donahue trotted home easily, but Rubin probably recognizing the chance of an inning-ending double play, decided to run aggressively, rounds third, and comes home for a two-run fielder's choice. Cuts the lead down to 3. At the plate now is number 99, Billy Boyle. That's going to be a high ball. 2-0 the count now to Boyle. Big swing and a miss there, strike one. Boyle got a single his last time up, but was left stranded at second. Now up with 2 down in the inning, and a runner at first with his team down 3. That one skips in the dirt, ball 3. That one hits the zone. Boyle surprised. He had started trotting down to first, thinking he had ball 4, but it's strike 2. Whoa, that one comes in over his head. And that will be ball 4. Not sure if it grazed his batting helmet. But either way, a free pass for Boyle. Now coming up is number 8, David Del Rosso. Del Rosso, his last time up, he got a single as well. He was left stranded at second. Boyle was left stranded at third back in the top of the 4th inning. And he lifts another hard hit, but it's right at the right fielder for out number 3. Boy, if that one was more towards right center, that could have brought in 2 runs. But instead, it's a simple line out. So Team Blue gets back those 2 runs they allowed in the bottom of the 5th. But they once again find themselves in a 3-run hole here, down 6-3. It'll be the top of the Team Orange order coming up in the bottom half of the 6th. Pulkinen, Logan Doucette, and Fitzgerald. Leading off for Team Orange after he wasn't able to finish his plate appearance last inning is Griffin Polkinnon as he fouls off strike one there. That one skips in the dirt, ball one. That one misses high and in, ball two. Lifts this one out to left, gonna drop in for a leadoff single. Polkinnon has now walked, grounded into a fielder's choice, and now singled. Team Orange with a leadoff runner aboard, now batting Logan Doucette. First pitch in there, strike one. Swing and a miss there, strike two. Logan Doucette, his last time up, was hit by a pitch starting off that bottom of the fourth inning rally where Team Orange scored 3 runs to take the lead. That one well blocked by Hayes. That had wild pitch written all over it. But Hayes got a favorable ricochet off his body there to keep it under control. That one comes in low, ball two. Two and two, the count to Doucette. And that's going to be a high, ball three. Polkinnon dancing off the bag at first. But it's going to be a high, ball four. Doucette gets the free pass down to first. Runners at first and second now. Up comes Brendan Fitzgerald. Timeout called as Donahue comes out to talk to Notini. That one gonna miss to the outside, ball one. This one a hard hit ball out to right. Right fielder's got it for the out. Polkinnon tags and heads down to third. But that will be the first out of the inning. Now batting John Jordan. Runners at the corners now with one out. First pitch outside, ball one. That one's going to miss. Ball 2. That one's also going to miss. Ball 3. And that's going to be a 4-pitch walk for Jordan. That'll load the bases with 1 out. And we might see a pitching change for Team Blue here. Looks like they're going to be bringing in Brian Foley in place of Notini here. So they're going to have to shuffle around a few positions here to properly fill the spot left by Foley at short. Foley now the 4th different pitcher for Team Blue today, as he'll be facing Marty Moscato with the bases loaded and 1 out. Team Orange already up 6-3. Team Orange with a chance to potentially break the game open. High pressure situation for Foley to come in as a reliever. All right, warm-up throws are done. Now stepping into the box for Team Orange, Marty Moscato. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Swing and a miss there, strike one. Foley, one of the hardest throwers we've seen on the mound from either team so far today, as that one gets away. Pulkkinen going to try for home, flip to home, and the throw missed. So a wild pitch brings in Pulkkinen, who has now scored twice on plays where the ball was not batted, as he comes in to score on the wild pitch. Logan Doucette down to third, Jordan to second. I think that pitch was a strike. They take such short breaks between pitches here. Sometimes I fall a little behind. But it was 2-2, and now it's 2-3, as that is strike three, as Moscato down on strikes. Now batting is Jake Doucette. And you can hear folks from the Team Blue dugout saying, hey, he sent it deep last time. Outfielders play back, as Jake Doucette did have the deepest ball of anybody so far today with an RBI ground rule double. Another wild pitch, but this time runner decides not to risk it. Attempted pick off throw at third, but the runner gets back. That one misses, ball two. That one misses, ball three. And that's going to be a four-pitch walk to Jake Doucette. Reload the bases. Third walk issued this inning by the Team Blue pitchers. Bases loaded again with 2 outs, and after a brief meeting at the mound, now stepping up to the plate is Jake O'Brien. O'Brien, his last time up, got an RBI infield single, but was later caught stealing third. Another hard throw almost gets past Hayes, but he blocks it this time, ball one. This one's sliced foul. Hayes pursuing, but it's over the backstop and out of play. Gets a piece of that one, strike two. One and two the count now. Foley trying to get out of the jam and limit the damage. One run has come in so far this inning. And that one is in there for strike three. We are through 6 here in this Ted Williams League contest. Our score at the end of 6, Team Orange 7, Team Blue 3. for Team Blue, it'll be DeZutter, Rogers, and Thomas coming to the plate. As Logan Doucette will return to the mound for his second inning of work for Team Orange. Team Blue was able to manufacture 2 runs in the top of the 6th. If they could do the same in this inning, they could cut that lead in half. But so far, they've only scored in 2 of the first 6 innings. So if they want to start to find some offensive consistency in this game, now is the time. Leading off the top of the 7th is number 11, Tyler DeZutter. First pitch in the zone, strike 1. That one also hits the zone, strike 2. That's a high ball 1. This one fouled off, and DeZutter stays alive. That's a high ball 2. And that's going to be a high ball 3. So DeZutter battles his way to a full count here. Swing and a miss. Doucette keeps his poise and gets the leadoff strikeout to start the top of the 7th. Now we cycle back to the top of the order for Team Blue with Ben Rogers. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Rogers 0 for 2 so far today. He has grounded out to second and struck out. Swing and a miss there. Strike one. Might have got a piece of that one, but either way, strike two. One and two, the count to Rogers. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back swinging strikeouts earned by Logan Doucette on the mound. Two down, and up comes Cam Thomas. First pitch gets jammed. Second baseman comes in. Almost a bit of a sliding catch there, as it was a little shallower than he expected. But Sargent does make the catch, and that will end the top of the seventh. So Team Blue not able to muster any offense in their second to last chance. Game's not over yet, but if Team Blue wants to have a chance here, they're going to first need to buckle down on defense in the bottom of the seventh. And taking over on the mound in place of Brian Foley is number 69, Kyle Donahue. It'll be Raymond, Sargent, and Keenum due up for Team Orange here in the bottom of the seventh. All right, now leading off for Team Orange in the bottom of the seventh of this 8-inning ball game, we have Bill Raymond. First pitch going to come in high, ball one. Slices that foul, strike one. That one catches the high corner, strike two. And that one tipped into the glove, strike three. Donahue opens the inning with a strikeout. Now batting number 25, Joe Sargent. That one hits the zone, strike one. That's going to be a low ball one. This is a chopper over to short, fielded by Foley. Thrown to first. Simple 6-3 ground out for the second out. Now batting is Jason Keenum. Chases the curveball there, strike one. 2 down, bases empty. Kyle Donahue working efficiently here on the mound in the bottom of the 7th so far. This one lifted out to left. That's going to drop in front of the outfielder for a 2-out single. Might have jinxed Donahue there. As soon as I talked about how fast he was working through the inning, then he gives up his first hit. Now batting Evan Doucette, pickoff throw, and the runner just barely gets back. That one in the zone, strike one. That one's going to get away, and Keenum moves to second on the wild pitch. That one curves in, strike two. And tips that one, stays alive at 1-2. Hits a grounder over to second, fielded cleanly by DeZutter, thrown to first, and that will end the inning. All right, 7 innings down, 1 to go here in Rockland. Team Blue down to their last chance here in the top of the 8th. And it'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up for Team Blue: Cloutman, McCauley, and Nickerson. And taking to the mound for the last inning for Team Orange will be Dan Weir. Everything's going good.
Okay, good. So we have did anyone give you more or no?
No, just 100 so far.
Okay, all right.
Team Blue with their backs against the wall here, down to their final inning, trailing by 4. They would need to more than double their run input from the entire game so far to get back in this one. But, I mean, baseball is one of those sports where it's literally, written into the rules that no lead is safe. That might be, a phrase commonly used in some other sports like basketball or football, but in baseball, it is true 100% of the time until the last out. There is no running out the clock on it. There's no point where you're up enough points with little enough time left that you just put in the backups and call it a day. In a sport like baseball, you got to get the last out. All right, here we go. Top of the 8th inning. Last inning of the game. Leading off for Team Blue, Ben Cloutman. First pitch is going to miss, ball 1. That one outside, ball 2. That one curves in for strike 1. That misses to the outside, ball 3. And that's going to be a high, ball 4. Cloutman leads off with a walk. Now coming up is Andrew McCauley. Runner at first, nobody out. First pitch to McCauley is a high, ball 1. Pickoff throw is way wide of the bag. Easy get back for Cloutman. And this is a hard hit ball bouncing up the middle for a single. 2 runners aboard to start the inning for Team Blue. And this is what I was saying. You got to get the last outs. You never know when something might get started. Could this be something getting started for Team Blue? Now at the plate is Griffin Nickerson. That's going to be high, ball one. And that one gets away. Runners down to second and third on the passed ball there. Moves them both into scoring position, takes away the force. Big chance for Nickerson to potentially cut this lead in half if he can get a base hit to the outfield. Not on that pitch. I think that was called a ball. That one is in the zone, strike one. And that's going to miss for ball four. Nickerson reloads the Nickerson loads the bases, I should say. Bases loaded, nobody out. And unbelievably, here in the top of the eighth, the tying run is at the plate with no outs. Brian Foley with the bases loaded. That one misses, ball one. Two walks sandwiched around a single that have loaded the bases here for Team Blue. Foley gets jammed, and it's caught. Diving catch made by Sargent over at second base for the first out. Now batting, number 69, Kyle Donahue. Donahue was looking a little sick after he pitched that bottom of the seventh, as he was coming off the field. And now here he is coming up to bat in a big situation. Bases loaded, one out. I think they were trying to discuss some potential pinch hitting shenanigans, but ultimately decided it didn't work. First one's going to miss, ball one. And Donahue gets a piece of that one, strike one. One and one, the count to Donahue. Bases loaded, one out. And lines a shot out to right, bounced in front of the fielder. That's going to bring in one run. An RBI single from Kyle Donahue. Cuts the lead down to 3. And they are going to bring in a pinch runner. They're going to bring in Brian Foley. To pinch run in place of Donahue. Cloutman in to score on the single. Now at the plate is Matt. It's not Matt Rubin. They're pinch hitting Connor Hayes in Matt Rubin's spot. And Hayes shows it pay off. He launches one into left field. Ground rule double. With one swing of the bat, Connor Hayes has cut this down to a one-run ball game. A two-run ground rule double. That brings in McCauley and Nickerson. Foley, the pinch runner, down to third. Hayes at second. And a brief meeting as Team Orange is subbing out Dan Weir, and they are bringing back in their original starter, John Jordan. So it looks like they just shifted up Connor Hayes' spot in the batting order as a sort of pinch hit maneuver while moving everyone else down one spot in the order. But a huge high pressure situation here. One out, tying run at third, go ahead run at second, and they're going to issue the intentional walk to Rubin and put him at first. As Notini now batting in Hayes' spot in the order. Big situation here. Bases loaded, one out, one run ball game. Blue has rallied to double their score so far and cut this game within one. Notini slices it foul, strike one. And Notini lifts one out to center. That's going to be caught by the center fielder. Foley tags, but he holds. He holds at third. Oh boy, that is an interesting play. I'm not sure if it was just a really good throw from Pulkkinen, if Foley got a bad jump or what. But rather than a game-tying sac fly, it'll simply be the second out of the inning. Now batting is number 7, Dylan McDonald, the last hope for Team Blue. Tying run still stands at third. Go-ahead run at second, but Orange one out away from walking away the victors in this ball game. McDonald lifts one out to center, but Pulkkinen is under it, and that is your ball game. Team Blue makes it interesting with an 8th inning rally, but ultimately Orange holds on to win. The final score, Team Orange 7, Team Blue 6. A close, hard-fought game between these two teams. Bunch of different plays that could have gone a million different ways if just a few inches here or there. But ultimately, isn't that what makes sports so interesting and so entertaining? Great game from both teams. My hat's off to both of them. I hope you guys have enjoyed this game as much as I've enjoyed calling it. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, if you enjoyed this live stream, I know we had a couple of technical hiccups in some of the early and mid portions of the game, but if you enjoyed this broadcast regardless, then feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If there's anything you'd like to say after the live stream is concluded, you can say it in the comments section down below. Also, be sure to look out for the recorded version of this broadcast, which I will put up as accommodation for the times when the Wi-Fi was skipping out in the early and mid portions of the game, especially that portion where it cut out altogether because my phone overheated. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. I'll probably put a link to it in the description section of this video down below once it's been uploaded. And then be sure to check out the links related to me in the description section and the bottom right corner of your screen here. My personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or if you want to skip past all that, you can email me directly with any questions or requests you may have. And remember to follow me on Instagram, where I sometimes post highlights from previous live streams and the links to upcoming live streams. But for this live stream, that's going to do it. Team Orange 7, Team Blue 6. From Rockland, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.